Hello.
Yes. Yeah. Hello.
Hello, Han. Good evening.
Good evening to you.
Yes, can you hear me clearly?
Yes.
Yes, okay, that's great. How are you today?
Quite a lot of homework, and I expect it because I have a, a day off between a week because my school is busy a day, so I have extra homework for that day.
Oh, I see. Okay, and
Yeah.
how's it
I
going with
forgot
your
that
homework?
I'm 5 minutes late.
It's all right, don't worry about it. I usually just wait for the students to come around anyway. Yes, all right. Well, how about your weekends? How was it too?
It was great for my Sundays because I give up all my work and I done it, so I take a walk around my home
Mm-hmm.
for
Okay,
about
I
an
see.
hour.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, do you like going for walks?
I don't like to work out, but I like to walk like
Okay.
for a long walk, long hours because I don't feel tired of walking.
Okay. How long do you usually walk for?
Um, since I'm sitting at my home or at school all the time, so I don't usually plan it for a walk.
Mhm.
But I can say that though I'm not good at workout, I can get tired easily. But as for walking, I can walk for around hours, not stop and not
Mm,
tired.
I see. Okay, that's fantastic. And do you usually go for walks how many times a week?
I don't usually go for a walk because, well,
You don't have like a particular schedule for it.
no, no, I don't have any.
Okay, so you just randomly do it when you can.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Well, that still sounds pretty interesting. Okay. Well, thank you so much. And now let's study. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Right. So here, let me share my screen with you. Okay, so this will be our topic for tonight, but before we start reading it, let's listen to the audio, okay?
All right.
Right, so let's listen and read along. Ready?
All right. I
Okay,
ready.
White
thank
House
you.
says no aliens in weather balloons. This is breakingnewsenglish.com. Strange goings on are happening in the skies above North America. This month, US fighter jets have shot down 4 UFOs, unidentified flying objects, in US and Canadian airspace. Officials said the objects were balloons that were causing a danger to airplanes. They were flying at an altitude of around 40,000 feet, 12,200 meters. The White House said yesterday that there were no signs the objects were linked to alien life. National Security Council spokesperson John Kirby said, I don't think the American people need to worry about aliens with respect to these crafts. Earlier in the week, a US official said aliens could not be counted out as a possible explanation for the balloons. The balloon saga has created tit-for-tat exchanges between the USA and China. US officials suspect the balloons were being used for spying. However, they have no proof of this. Rescue teams have gathered debris from the balloons off the US coast. Experts are currently looking at the electronics they have found. China said the balloons were for tracking weather patterns. It has denied they were spy balloons. Beijing has claimed that US high-altitude balloons have flown in China's airspace without permission more than 10 times in the past year. The White House said this was untrue. A balloon shooting in early February resulted in US Secretary of State Antony Blinken cancelling a visit to China.
All right, thank you so much for listening. Now let's read the article ourselves. Please listen and repeat, okay?
All right.
All right. White House says no aliens in weather balloons.
White House says no aliens in weather balloons.
Mhm. Strange goings on are happening in the skies above North America.
Strange goings on are happening in the skies above North America.
Mhm. This month, U.S. fighter jets have shot down four UFOs, unidentified flying objects, in U.S. and Canadian airspace.
This month, US fighter jets have shot down four UFOs, unidentified flying objects, in US and Canadian airspace.
Mhm. Officials said the objects were balloons that were causing a danger to airplanes.
Officials says the objects were balloons that were causing a danger to airplanes.
Mhm. They were flying at an altitude of around 40,000 feet, 12,200 meters.
They, they were flying at an altitude of around 40,000 feet, 12,200 meters.
Mhm. The White House said yesterday that there were no signs the objects were linked to alien life.
The White House said yesterday that there were no signs of objects that were linked to alien life.
Mhm. National Security Council spokesperson John Kirby said,
National Security Council spokesperson John Kirby said.
please say spokesperson.
Spokesperson.
Yes, that's better. I don't think the American people need to worry about aliens with respect to these crafts.
I don't think the American people need to worry about aliens with respect to this craft.
Mhm. Earlier in the week, a U.S. official said aliens could not be counted out as a possible explanation for the balloons.
Earlier in the week, a US official said aliens could not be counted out as a possible explanation for the balloons.
Mhm. The balloon saga has created tit-for-tat exchanges between the USA and China.
The but the balloon saga has created tit-for-tat exchange between the US and China.
Mhm. U.S. officials suspect the balloons were being used for spying.
US officials suspect the balloons were being used for spying.
However, they have no proof of this.
However, they have no proof of this.
Right. Rescue teams have gathered debris from the balloons off the U.S. coast.
Rescue teams have scattered debris of the balloons off the US coast.
Experts are currently looking at the electronics they have found.
Experts are currently looking at the electronics they have found.
Mhm. China said the balloons were for tracking weather patterns.
China said the balloons were for tracking weather patterns.
Mhm. It has denied they were spy balloons.
It has denied there were spy balloons.
Beijing has claimed that U.S. high altitude balloons have flown in China's airspace without permission more than 10 times in the past year.
Beijing has claimed that US high altitude balloons has flown in China's airspace without permission more than 10 times in the past years.
Mhm. The White House said this was untrue.
The White House said it was untrue.
A balloon shooting in early February resulted in U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken canceling a visit to China.
A balloon shooting in early February resulted in US Secretary of State Antony Blinken canceling a visit to China.
Yes, please say Secretary.
Sec- Secretary
Yes, U.S. Secretary of State.
US Secretary of State.
Yes, all right. Thank you for reading well. And do you have any questions about the article?
Um, what is the meaning of create a tick for tat?
All right. Yes. All right. So basically, when we say tit for tat, that means exchange. Yes. All right. An
Yes.
exchange for tat means equal exchange.
It's like buying and receiving.
Yes, that's right. That's right. It's borrowing and receiving. But when we say tit for tat, that means if I say something, you're going to say the same thing back to me. So same amounts or equal amounts. So if I say hi, you say hi. If I say hello, you say hello. Yeah, that's tit for tat. Equal exchange.
Okay.
Mm. All right. Is there anything else?
The balloon saga. The
Okay.
saga. Saga.
Yes. All
I
right.
heard
So,
many of this in like games, mobile games have
mhm.
saga, but I'm I'm thinking this just words mean that the world that the saga means the world
It's
that
okay.
particular world.
Well, basically, a saga means story.
Ah, uh,
Yeah. So,
still makes sense.
yes, 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 it does. All right. So, I would say mobile game titled in saga, that means it's the story about that particular game. Yeah. And this balloon saga, this balloon story, there are actually a lot of sagas. So, a saga means a long story. Like there's first part, second part, third part, and many more. And since here it says that there are four balloons that occurred, so it's a balloon saga. There's four of them.
Alright.
All right. Anything else?
Um, altitude. It's not
Mm.
altitude, but altitude.
Oh, okay. Yes. All right. So altitude is airspace, like the height.
Um,
Yeah, so height of airspace. Altitude is how high somewhere is something is flying, like for example an airplane, how high it is in the air, so that's height of airspace. It does kind of sound like attitude but with an L, so altitude. They're very different in meaning though.
okay. Um,
Okay. Anything else?
debris from rescue team has gathered
Mm-hmm.
debris from the
Yes.
balloons.
All right. Debris means,
Debris,
yeah, broken parts.
broken parts.
Yeah, so the balloon was complete, but then it was shot by the US military or by the US Air Force. So it broke apart, and the pieces of something is what we call debris. So if something is complete, then it's broken. The small pieces that we see from that object is what we call debris.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. Um, no more questions.
Yes, all right then. So now here I have a phrase for you. Aliens exist.
Discuss.
hmm Yeah, we have to discuss that. What do you think about it?
um, well, for me, I still believe that there are some we call it aliens, but it's more like living species around the space,
Mm-hmm.
out there somewhere in the space, because it cannot just only one planet in the eternity.
Mm-hmm.
Planet out there, there's only one have life, and yes, there was only one that had life on it. So I still believe that there are more of this kind of planet out there. It just we cannot discuss it. We we didn't found out about it yet. Too
Mm-hmm.
far away.
Okay, yes. All right. So there might be other life forms out there as well. All right, that's a good theory. I really like that. And now here, let's continue. Let's have a quick review of some words. Right. Please listen and repeat, Han. Strange.
Strange
Skies.
skies.
hmm North America.
North America.
UFO.
UFO.
Flying.
Flying.
Airplanes.
Airplanes.
Aliens.
Aliens.
Life.
Life.
Balloons.
Balloons.
Tit for tat.
Tit for tat.
hmm Spying.
Spying.
Rescue.
Rescue.
Coast.
Coast.
hmm Experts.
Experts.
Electronics.
Electronics.
Weather.
Weather.
The past.
The past.
China.
China.
Okay, yes. Thank you so much for reading well. And do you have any questions about these words?
Um, no, I don't have.
Yes, all right then. So here, let's have our true or false activity. Please tell me if the statement is true or false based on the article, okay?
Yes.
Right, number one, the article said there were comings and goings in the sky above the US.
Um, coming and going. What does you mean? Is like they
And
came
go.
and
Yes.
go without
Yeah.
any things happen to them.
hmm Yeah, just like visiting, coming and going.
Phones.
Yes, it's false because actually the phrase that they used is goings on. Yeah, so goings on means events or strange events. All right, this is false. And now here we have the acronym UFO means uninvited flying object.
Phones.
False, yes, because it's unidentified.
Identified.
All right, number three, the balloons were at a height over 12,000 meters.
True. I
Yes,
know.
it
Yes, it's true. Over.
yeah,
Over.
it's true because there's over and that means more than. Nice. And next, number four, the national security spokesperson was worried about aliens.
Um, Phones.
False, that's right. Nobody was worried about it. Number five, the USA believes the balloons may have been used for spying.
True.
Yes, it's true. All right. Number six, rescue teams are looking for the balloons but have not found any.
Phones.
It's false, right? China says the balloons were used for monitoring the weather.
True.
True. All right. Next, China accused the US of flying balloons in Chinese airspace.
Phones. I don't know where Beijing is supposed to be.
Oh, it's Beijing, China.
Yes, that means true. I thought it's somewhere else.
Okay, yeah. Actually, Beijing is like the the Hanoi of China. Yeah, so it's like the city center. Yes.
Okay.
All right. So this is true. Next, do you have any questions about our true or false activity?
I don't have any.
All right, now let's move on to synonym match. Please tell me the synonyms of the words in 1 to 10 with the words in A to J. Right, let's start with goings on.
Um, events.
Yes, very good. Events, I mentioned this one earlier. Next, we have danger.
Risks. R- this word is harder than I thought. Risks. Nah, I can't speak it.
It's okay.
uh,
Risk.
risk. Yes,
We have to say the S sound first.
risk.
Risk. Yes, that's
I
right.
was struggle to say this word for the past 2 days.
Oh, I see. All right. We have to say the S sound first. Risk before we add the K. All right. One more.
Risk.
Risk. Okay. That's better. Next, we have altitude.
Altitude is height.
Yes, height. Very good. How high something is. Next, we have linked.
Lead to. Oh no, I mean connect.
Yes, it's connected. Right. Next, we have explanation.
Um, reason.
Yes, it is a reason. Very good. We have saga.
Story.
Yes, that's a story. Very good. Next, we have suspect.
I. Um, think.
Mm-hmm. Yes, all right. It's think. Next, we have proof.
Proof in evidence.
Okay, proof is evidence. Right. Next, we have tracking.
Tracking. Lead to.
Yes, lead to. And we have resulted in.
Then we have height. Another. Sorry, my eyes just blocked that.
It's all right.
Is following.
Okay, well, actually, tracking is following, and resulted
Oh.
in is lead to.
Uh,
Yeah, all right. You just got them switched up, but it's all right. So tracking is following, hmm and result is led to. All right. Do you have any questions here?
I don't have any.
All right then. So here, let's continue discussing about aliens. What do you think of aliens?
There are just. It's like another human species of us, but outside our planet.
Okay. Yes, all right. What do you why do we, including me, think aliens might exist?
Because our planet is in a eternity space. There are eternity planets out there.
Mm-hmm.
So how can we sure that there's only one planet exists is us have
Mm,
a life um that have living environment in it.
mm-hmm. Yes, okay. All right. Yeah, that's a very interesting theory, and I actually think a lot of people think that. Well, what do you know about the balloons in the article?
Um, I would say firstly is might be one of a trolling game that the citizen play, but when it's becoming serious than expected, they just erase all things is that are concerned that is combine them in it.
Mm-hmm.
I think of that, but maybe serious maybe more was that we expected. Maybe it's actually some a spying tools, but
Mm-hmm.
we just don't know how to prove that it's a spying tools.
Okay. Yes. All right. So we don't have proof yet of it being a spying tool or something related to that. That's true. Well, could the shootings increase tensions between US and China?
Tensions means like
Problems.
suspicious for each
Yeah,
other.
yeah, suspicious with
Uh,
each other.
I think the problem is China. The problem is the U.S. look at China and think that they are the one,
Mm-hmm.
not other any country else. So it's already increased the tension between both of them.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, actually, this is not the first time China would do something to have a tension with other countries. All right. Well, are you happy that the balloons had no aliens?
Well, I do sometimes because if it is have something in it that is not in our humans' knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
not only the U.S. but the whole world will be panic.
Okay, yes. All right. There would be a worldwide panic if we discover something that we haven't learned or we had no idea about. Yes. Okay. Well, what advice do you have for USA and China?
Well, I would say I don't have any advice for them because not only me, the U.S. government
Mm-hmm.
and the other countries. I don't know about the China, but the U.S. government, their citizen,
Mm-hmm.
also with the China's government and citizens, already have problems with advice for each other. I'm
Mm.
just another country living and seeing them. I don't know how to say about it.
Okay, yes, all right. And there's also very less probability that they're going to listen. They don't even listen to the people living in their own countries.
Yes,
All right. Now, what do you think aliens look like?
I I will never know, but at least they have some place in their body parts to think. They have
They
a
must have
few
a
more.
brain.
They
Okay.
must have a brain. They must have. I don't know if they call them hand or foot or feet, but they have
Mm-hmm.
something to use as in actions outside.
Mm. Okay, so basically parts for mobility.
For, for mobility.
Yes, all right. So mobility means movement. Yes, so hands or feet are our parts for mobility. We use them to move.
All right.
Yes. Okay. What else?
Um, right now, I'm just thinking of two of them.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Do you think they look this way?
Well, this how the world will look at them like that, but I cannot show because I never seen any truthful news about it. So I never sure that if they actually look like that.
Okay. But why do you think most people, or like majority of shows, portray alien as looking this way? Green skinned, big head, large eyes. Mostly humanoid. Why do you think they usually portray them looking like that?
Well, for mostly because at first is the our imaginations
Mm-hmm.
at the past as long time ago when it's blown up when we create the imagination when we blown up to show the world, then the world after look at it, even if they imagine or they make up themselves, they will use that picture to as their based on creating the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say that the the figure of an alien with big heads, big eyes, maybe green skin, leg, hand and leg are different from us. It's just an imagination that
Mm-hmm.
the world that is that is already hidden in our brain. We cannot erase that place, even if we want to create something new.
All right. So basically, it has become a stereotype.
Yes, come a stereotype.
Yes. Okay. So this is like the very basic alien stereotype that we can always think of. Well, thank you so much for that answer. Now, here's another interesting one. What would aliens think of humans?
I would say the same as us. Well, there are movies saying that they will just go and like bomb our planets just to be just become dominant in it. But I would
Okay, to
say
live in it.
they would have like the same think of us that they found out a new species of living, a living new living species, new thinking, new language. Everything is so new that they would just also be panic as us.
Okay. Do you think they would be scared of us?
Well, it's like we scare them. Why could they? Why could they?
All right. Do you think humans are scary if you were an alien?
My wait me a bit.
Mm,
Alright. My
right.
my screen suddenly went black.
Okay. Is it okay now?
Is it okay? Is it okay?
It's okay. All right. Yes, as I was asking, if you were an alien, would you think that humans are scary?
Well, I would say that humans are new first,
Mm-hmm.
and then if they suddenly point a gun at my face. Maybe at first I don't know what it is. I just look at them and I thought that was how we say hi. But if that thing can destroy me, then I'll be scared because
Okay.
I don't know what that shit. I don't know what that thing is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they're doing. But I know that they can kill me. That thing can kill me.
All right. Yeah. So basically, I guess that's like the first reaction of people. If they say something strange, moving, living that doesn't look like the ordinary, the first thing they do is point a gun at it. Right. And I guess this like triggers the aggressiveness of these beings because they're just trying to protect themselves from being harmed anyway. So
Yes,
I guess that's not really a good move, is it?
yes, it's never a good move.
Yeah, but it's like protocol for people to do that. Well, thank you so much for your answers. Now, here, let's move on to our phrase match. Let's match the phrases from 1 to 10 with the phrases from A to J so that we can make a complete sentence, okay?
Okay,
All right, let's start with number 1, strange.
strange. Jets.
Jets.
Like strange. No, strange going on.
Yes, okay, that's
Goings
right.
on.
It's strange goings on. Very good. We have here number two, fighter.
Fighter. I somehow I'm forgetting this. Um.
You can skip.
Okay, I'll skip it.
Mm-hmm. All right. They were flying at an altitude.
They were flying on an altitude of around 40,000 feet.
Yes, okay, 40,000 feet. And the objects were linked.
The objects were linked to alien life. Right?
Mm-hmm.
No,
Is it alien life?
no, it's not linked to. I know it's yes, the object were linked to alien life.
Mm-hmm. Okay, right, to alien life. And I don't think the American people,
Need to worry.
okay, need to worry. Right. The balloon saga has created tit for tat.
Tit for tat exchange.
Yes, exchanges. And they have no proof.
They have no proof. Um, of this.
Yes, of this. Right, very good. Rescue teams have gathered.
Rescue teams have gathered debris, de-
Mm-hmm. Yes, debris.
de- debris.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's right. And number nine,
The
the balloon.
were tracking weather patterns.
Okay, weather patterns. And last one, canceling a visit.
A visit to China
Okay, yes, sorry. To China. And the last one, fighter.
by the jets.
Yes, all right, fighter jets. Okay, thank you so much for completing that one. And do you have any questions about it?
Um, I don't have one.
Mm-hmm. Yes, okay then. So now let's move on to our discussion. What do you think about the article?
I would think about the article was at first if the people would judge a strange thing based on their outside look first.
Mm-hmm.
They would judge it if they are similar to a UFO. People will judge it that this is a UFO, and we have so many theories about this actually a UFO flying out of space, then accidentally go to our world.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
when we get closer, it just basically a it just basically is from our world,
Mm-hmm.
and it's still and because of that theories, we still can't fi- find out that if something actually happens because there are too much theories that were growing in
Mm-hmm.
our society, social. It's like in social media and internet
Mm-hmm.
that make the truth become covered by those theories, so we can't find it.
Okay. Yes, all right. Well, that's a good point. Now, why are relations between the USA and China not so good?
Both of the both countries
Mm-hmm.
are always like mm, I'm forgetting the word.
It's okay.
Like, but assuming themselves
Mm-hmm.
as the king of the worldwide. They have
Okay, so they're
power.
both um dominant.
Dominant.
Mm-hmm. Or powerful.
Yes, dominant. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um. So they are. So they. Because both of them saying themselves they are the top. They're
Mm-hmm.
standing at the top. They won't share each other that place.
Mm-hmm.
They're always face to face in any way possible in economic, in military, in
Mm-hmm.
weapons, race, everything possible to prove that they are better.
Mm-hmm.
So they always have so they always have so much intention for each other.
Okay. Yes, all right. That's a good point. They're always trying to top each other, one up each other, basically. Well, what do you think of spying?
Um, well, spying sometimes is usually bad because the point that we want to know something so bad, we have to mm, find a way to have the information secretly.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be a bad thing. Sometimes it's good for us because once we have the information, we know how to deal with it, and if we know how to deal with it, then the enemy's plans will not be surprised anymore,
Mm-hmm.
and we
Yeah.
know how to, and we will win, like, win over it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But it's mostly is something that we wanted for ourselves more,
Mm-hmm.
or wanted to. Sometimes it's for, mostly is for the victory, but in the most dirtiest way possible.
Mm-hmm. Yes, okay, all right. So it's for like vain or personal reasons that we have to spy, or maybe it's for our own good as well.
Yes.
Well, do you think your country spies on other countries?
Well, every country have their own spies. Maybe they are working outside. I think mine have. I think mine have spies. It's
Mm-hmm.
just that we don't go and make wars so large like other countries.
Mm-hmm.
We just
Observe.
gather. We just gather some secret information and give it to the government. We don't expose it.
Okay, yes. I guess that's for like the betterment of each country, by the way. I don't think it's bad as long as they don't start a war using that kind of information. So I guess that's all good. All right, yeah, I think my country has a lot of spies too, and usually we spy for fashion, like copy trends, even drama styles and stuff like that. It happens a lot. All right. Next, why would a country use spy balloons instead of satellites?
What is satellites?
Oh, satellites are things that we put outside the space so that we can track weather conditions or use Google Map. Yeah. So satellites. Okay, this one?
Ah,
Yeah, that's a satellite.
well, satellites is already a like we already come out to the world that this satellite is our country. It is from our country, but we use it for the world. We use it for the world.
Mm-hmm.
So not only does our country, of course, we made access to the technology,
Mm-hmm.
but also, but of course, I think that the other government have the same access to them. It's just that they don't have much ability as us. So if we use a satellite to record a record a view down to a country, maybe the government of the country itself can make a code to blur all the image
Yeah, that's
from up
actually
down.
true. Yeah, very good. That's a really nice answer, and that's true. So if you view a country or something about that country using a different country's satellite, the other country will know about it. Yeah. So that's why they allowed countries to have their own satellites for different uses, telephone calls, internet, Google Maps, or stuff like that, because they know that they can easily block or access each other. Yeah, so spying is not possible without being found out. Right. Next, we have what would you do if an alien was in your house?
First off, I will see that if I can kill that. Second off, if I can't kill that, then I have to find a way to get out or to make sure that my brain is going to heaven before that thing touch me.
Okay. Do you watch Disney movies?
Yes,
Yes, all right. Do you know Stitch?
yes,
Stitch is an alien. So if the
I know,
alien,
but
yeah, if the alien in your house looked like Stitch, would
well,
you still kill it?
I well for first I say if I can kill it, but I have to see that if there any danger for me. I don't know if what this that thing want to do to me.
Okay,
I
so
don't know how it get to my house, and I don't even know if that thing exists in the world knowledge.
hmm yeah,
So
okay, that.
always I will have something to protect myself from that.
hmm Okay, all right,
If that
so
doesn't hurt me, then we will think about not killing it. But if it does, then we will think about that one.
okay, right. So firstly, if it's safe, I just try to befriend it, and if it's dangerous, okay, kill it.
Yes.
Yeah, it really depends on how dangerous it is for you. Okay. What question? Okay, if the alien can talk and it's cute, like Stitch, what questions would you like to ask it?
Why do you choose me?
Why are you in my house?
Why did you choose me as your victim?
Okay.
What did I do? What I don't know any specialize in myself. Why did you choose me? Why don't you choose other people?
That's a great question. All
Nothing will
right.
explain all.
Yeah, that's a great question. All right, why me? That's the first question you'd ask an alien. All right. Well, yeah, that's really a good point though. Why are you in my house or why did you choose me instead? Because I think the first question I would ask it is what are you? Yeah, like
No,
what
we all know that that thing is not in our brain knowledge. So I will ask why are you here? That this that if it doesn't want to harm us, it will explain, oh, why are they? Who are they? Why are they
Hmm.
choose us?
Yeah, but that's a very good question. I'll try to keep that in mind. Like, why me?
Why? Why choose me? What did I do?
Yes, all right. What made you come to me? Yes. All right. That's really a good thing to think about. Well, now let's move on to unscrambling words in our spelling activity. Right, so hi, number one. What word is this? Do you remember?
U.S. fight, fight, fighters.
Yes, fighter jets. Yeah. Okay,
Yes.
that is fighter. Oh, right. Number two, that's fighter. Okay. How about number two? Height,
Um, at an altitude.
altitude. Great. Number three,
Number three. With pre pre with
it starts with O.
oh um respect. I know. I'm mistake with the four.
It's
Sorry.
okay. It's okay.
Objects.
Yes, objects. All right.
You
And
say with
number,
an O, but I was like, what is the O?
where's the O? Yeah, it's in number three. The O is number three. And yes, that's right. Respect is number four. And this one, another
Uh,
O.
oh, uh, U.S. official.
Yes, official. Okay. And number six,
Number six is possible explanation.
explanation. Right. And number seven,
Tic tac exchange.
exchange. Right. They have no.
They have no proof of this.
Yes, proof of this. Okay. And number nine,
Number nine is gathered debris.
debris. Yes,
Deb-
very good pronunciation too. That's right. Next, we have this one,
is ident. No, is uh then deny
yes, denied,
deny
past tense. All right, this one,
without permission.
without permission. Okay, this one,
Canceling.
canceling. Okay, very good job. Do you have any questions about these words?
The U.S. official.
Mm-hmm.
The word official. After
Ah, okay. Yes, all right. So when we say official, that means a person working in the government.
okay.
Yes. All right. So officials are people working in the government.
All right.
Yes. Okay.
And
Is there
no more
anything else?
question. No.
Mm. All right. So here we have rank these with each other. Please put the worst weather at the top. Let's read the words first. Please listen and repeat. Boiling hot.
Boiling hot.
Heavy snow.
Heavy snow.
Strong winds.
Strong winds.
Freezing cold.
Freezing cold.
Overcast and cloudy.
Overcast and cloudy.
Stormy.
Stormy.
Foggy.
Foggy.
Raining cats and dogs.
Raining cats and dogs.
Yes. All right. Do you have any questions here?
This the last two.
Well, yeah, yeah. All right. Well, basically, raining cats and dogs doesn't mean that it's actually raining
No,
cats.
no, no. I know that it's gonna be a freaking murder if they do
Yeah.
that.
I would feel bad
it's
for the
not
cat.
it's not gonna happen. If that does happen, then the world will be on fire right now.
Yes, all right. Basically, it means it's raining really heavily. Like when you hear your roof sound because of the rain, it means it's like it's a big as big as a cat or as big as a dog. So it's raining heavily. Foggy means there's a lot of fog, like smoke made of water. Yeah.
Ah,
Yes. All right. Well, let's review this one next time. But for now, I have to say goodbye because we've run out of time. Yeah, we're
yeah.
going to review this one and move on to our next topic. But for now, good night. See you. Bye bye. Thank
Bye bye.
you.
Thank you.